Has anyone forgotten about the Acolyte? It's just some Star Wars show that's releasing that no one's gonna watch. Look at the last couple, like no one watches anything related to Star Wars. It says Star Wars, the Acolyte actor claims that Anakin Skywalker is Darth Vader. How can he blow up the Death Star? Why would Darth Vader, who's Anakin Skywalker, blow up the Death Star? Okay, and people were like, why are you putting spoilers in the Star Wars movie? First of all, Star Wars is like a 50-year-old movie now. Star Wars is a pretty old movie. Okay, pretty old movie. It's like it's like 40 to 50 years old. Okay, it's an old movie. I think everybody has seen the original Star Wars movies. Okay, and I think anyone who clicks on this video have seen those movies either way. Okay, excuse me. I don't think I need to worry about spoilers, but the fact that these people, they claim themselves as a Star Wars fan, but one of the most important plot points of the original trilogy, with Luke Skywalker blowing up the Death Star, they claim that Anakin Skywalker, who's supposed to be the actual bad guy, blew up the Death Star. Okay, Anakin Skywalker is Darth Vader. Like, these people don't know anything about Star Wars. Okay, like, if you're a massive fan of Star Wars, okay, you'd think that with this, they would know all of the things about Star Wars. But again, this is no surprise coming from Disney and people Disney hires. This isn't surprising here because they're more worried about putting, representation and diversity in this show than actually caring about what Star Wars is about, because that's all what the modern Disney does. Instead of making, putting the story first, like what George Lucas did, they're putting they want to, what I heard from this show is all they're doing, like the sequel trilogy and all these Star Wars shows, they're putting the check boxes first to please Twitter. So, you don't have this one person on Twitter outraged who isn't a, black disabled trans person in the movie or the show, okay? Which is absolutely ridiculous because nobody cares about that, okay? Besides these 5 people on Twitter, but seems that, Disney will rather double and triple down on what the 5 people on Twitter want than everybody else. This so weird that all these companies, like with Sony, Disney, they would rather go around and bow down to these people online. They would rather go around, like the difference between the Paper Mario controversy is that's how the character was originally created, okay? But the difference between this and Disney Star Wars is that Disney Star Wars are really rewriting the canon of all these TV shows that are unnecessary and unneeded because no one, like, do we really need to have like 18 TV shows explain every single little war piece of Star Wars? No, we do not. Okay, but Disney does not care. They gonna milk Star Wars till its last drop. Okay. He had know what to talk about in a greater Fox pause. He craves the credit that Anakin Skywalker destroyed the Death Star, and its good bad elements depend on your experiences. The Palpatine ability, blah 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 blah. But we all know who blew up I've seen the original movie 3 or 4 times, and we know who blew up the Death Star in the original movie. It was Luke Skywalker blowing up the Death Star. That's who blew up the Death Star, and it's just like these people Disney hires are so ignorant in the fact of actual plot points in Star Wars. But don't worry, we have all the diversity checkbox met. We have all the woke checkbox met. So this is gonna be a easy masterpiece. 10 out of 10. That's what the critics say. There's diversity in the movie, so 10 out of 10. It's woke. 10 out of 10. Okay, it's like same thing with Marvel. No one watches these Marvel shows because no one asked for them. Okay, they ruined the Marvel movie continuity, and I can make a whole video why Disney Plus ruined Star Wars and Marvel, but I didn't watch any single of these shows. But according to fans, these shows that they keep putting out because they're desperate to get people on Disney Plus, the first couple of, at least in the case of Marvel, did not really ruin the continuity that much. But when it got to like lower and lower, later and later, the souls continue to get worse and worse and ruin the Marvel continuity and add these characters that are very, very unlikable in the case of She-Hulk. They really want to change like events in the Marvel series to be, but these characters existed all along, like She-Hulk, but she didn't do anything in the battle against Thanos. Moon Knight, he existed the whole time, but no, he's not gonna do anything. Okay, and this is the problem with Marvel shows. Like, they have all these retcons in these Marvel shows, and it's all the same thing with the movies. Like, the giant Eternal meme, like, like, every new movie comes out, like, why won't they address the giant Eternal, like, the giant Celestial by Earth? Like, why won't they acknowledge it? Like, why don't they care? Okay, the same thing with the Star Wars. Like, they haven't released a Star Wars movie since, I think, The Rise of Skywalker, but besides The Mandalorian, every single Star Wars show has failed. Okay, and The Acolyte will be no better. It's not gonna make any money. No one's gonna watch it because no one gives a crap about modern Star Wars. Okay, and that is the thing about Disney. And they can't even get basic Star Wars facts. But hey, we got all the checkbox done. We got all the woke checkbox done. Okay, and somehow George Lucas is ashamed of what Disney did to Star Wars. I wouldn't be too surprised. Okay, they had, like, for example, they had a whole George Lucas version of the sequel trilogy, and Disney said, "Oh, we don't like it. It's making it would make the fans happy. We want to make the 5 people on Twitter happy instead. We want to make the woke people happy. We want to make Kathleen Kennedy happy." And the fact that they still have Kathleen Kennedy as the leader of Star Wars and Lucasfilm is absolutely super sad. Like, they really want to keep her because she's a woke. She makes these woke masterpieces that, no one watches. She ruined Indiana Jones. She ruined Star Wars. So it isn't too surprising that no one is watching Disney Plus. The only reason why Disney Plus had a bump to begin with was because of the Taylor Swift Eras Tour, and once all the people watched that, they moved on. And that's about this video here. Goodbye.